And this draft is really easy. I pretty much just get 4 O's every time. So draft is starting off very good. These are all great cards. So far, a whole pile of great cards. If we can get a Night Gaunt, maybe a Phalanx. Sigmund Fraud is bad. Out of these, we'll take Geist to trade. Alright, so this is where it's kind of tough. The Fieldmaster is really good, so I'm going to take him. Oh my goodness, I have 2 Ebon Skull Knights. I think this is probably a 4-0. I'll take the Renewal. Tower Scout's not good, but he's not ridiculously bad. Group Meal's not bad with this deck, but I'm going to take the Phantasm. I'm going to take the Leash over those. Okay, so here's the problem with this deck. Nexus Tech is actually kind of bad with this deck. It's something that I didn't realize. I took it and then realized, oh man, he puts no pressure on the board. Sometimes you can keep a guy alive, but yeah, I'm not going to take him, as crazy as that sounds. I just wanted to be very clear on why I didn't take him. Do I have one of those already? I do. I'll grab him though. There we go. Night Gaunt. Woo-hoo! I'm in a Phalanx Squadron. That's good. Got bunches of guys with armor. Oh, do I take him or Rot Fiend? Oh, that's tough. They're both so good. I don't even remember which one is the rare one. Is green more rare or is blue more rare? That was kind of embarrassing, but it's not a joke. I don't actually know. Since I'd never care what the rarity is. Since I don't draft. So you guys tell me. Is green rare or is blue rare? Blue is rare? Interesting. Well, then I guess I'll take the Marauder. I assume I'll hit a Rot Fiend. Yep, I realized that was a hilariously ridiculous question, but there we go. Overwhelming Force was actually really good last game, but Spirit Leash can be really crazy. I'll take Gravegeist, I guess. Shambler's not bad. Alright, give me a Rot Fiend or two. I passed on him. I'm regretting it. I think I want the Overseer. He lets me get those imbalanced 3.1s. Man, this is a lot of Ether Guards. Rot Fiend. Oh, that kind of fell apart. Had such a great start. No Gloom Fiends. No Rot Fiends. I'm a little bit nervous. Realm is going well, man. I'll be playing Realm in a little bit. I'm loving Realm. It is one of my favorite games. But then again, I mean, I like Legend of Zelda, and it's Legend of Zelda, so. Yes, red is the rarest. Yep, 4 spells, 4 Ether Guards. That's how I like to roll, man. No, that's not how I like to roll. Generally, the Ether Guards don't actually get buffed. I know that sounds kind of insane, but that happens a lot. I own the middle lane. You will go elsewhere, sir. This is why I like Ether Guard. Right here, as you're seeing why. 6/5 is pretty good. 6/5 on level is great. 6/5 under level is good. This deck wants to win about 3.1. It's not a late game deck. So the fact that he's only like a 14-13 late game, it's not as bad as it normally would be. He's going to kill that Marauder, though. Which makes me sad. Who levels better here? 9, 10, 14, 17. Kind of a toss-up. I think I would rather have him out there. I could battle Spirit Leash. No, we're not going to do any of that madness. We're just going to play cards. You made an assassin to unlock Sorcerer and died with it when it was level 19. Yeah, I totally agree, Mox. If you play Realm of the Mad God, pay the $20 if you like the game. If you don't, obviously don't. But if you do, it is so worth it. Best microtransaction I've ever made. Alright. It's working out A-okay. Why couldn't it be 1.4? Why? No way to buff that guy. So, and I have no Gloom Fiends. Normally I have a cool Gloom Fiend that I can do stuff with to mangle my opponent, but I don't have that. So I'm going to have to play this more straight up, which is uncomfortable. Okay. There we go. Got the Phalanx. Ooh, Phalanx and a Field Marshal. I'm alright with that. Yep. I agree. And it's pretty smart of them to do it like that, so that you really do feel like it's well worth it for you to make that purchase. Alright, let's just go like this. Buff him. He's pretty big. I mean, if this was earlier in player level 1, I'd have a devastating guy there. Hey, Nightgaunt. You're late. The party started without you, man. Yep. You died to a warlord. You should be embarrassed, sir. I'm going to play the Nightgaunt. Don't have any level 2s anyway, might as well. The game is too hard, yeah. I mean, you die, right? You die. That's the name of Realm of the Mad God. You will die. And you just have to be okay with that. And embrace that aspect of the game and have fun with it. If you can't get over the fact that you die all the time, then you will not enjoy Realm of the Mad God. And that's why it's so important to have the character slots and the vault tabs, so that when you do die, you actually are ready to come back. And like you can start. So what I'll do is I'll be leveling a 20. I'll get a guy to 20. I know he's going to die soon, so now I'm getting gear for the next guy that I'm making and more gear for this guy that I'm going to replace. And I have a secret for you guys. If you go to EU West 2, you can instantly get any guy you want to be level 20. Alright, so I'm going to go like that. They have fame trains going on where you just hop on board and boom, you're level 20. So you can't kill that Marauder, so I guess I put him in front of him. And the Ether Forge goes there. Pick one, Scrap Forge or Roar. In your draft, I'd probably go Roar, but no, it's kind of a tough call, and I'm not the right person to ask. So I'll leave that to others. Ooh, it moved away from the Marauder. I like it. I'd be worried if I didn't have a Phalanx in my hand. Oh, wow. This turn is going to be phenomenal for me. He buffs 3, so he will kill him. Can't have both of them live, so I have to decide who I want to die, the Field Marshal or the Phalanx. I guess that's fairly obvious since... Actually, the Field Marshal is going to die regardless. So it's not a decision. So Phalanx will go here, so he takes less damage. Alright, we'll buff that guy. We'll buff him some more. And that's pretty good. You'd be pretty happy with that. Yep, so after this draft, I will be playing Realm of the Mad God, which is a free-to-play Steam game, which you can also play on a browser. You just have to put in information into your browser or something. I don't know the details of it. I haven't done it. But I do know you can play on your browser also. I'm going to do like this. I have a feeling if I were to stick the Ebon Skull in front of the Warlord, he would end up dying to the Warlord because he would play a single spell and AoE him. Whereas now it's much less likely he would be able to pull that off. Yes, I will be doing a giveaway today for SoulForge. It'll be probably right before I take my break to go play Realm of the Mad God for a bit so that you guys don't feel obligated to wait around the whole time if you didn't want to. My goal is not to make you feel obligated to wait around. It's to bring other people from other games into SoulForge much more than to make you feel like you have to wait around. My thoughts on this draft format are, it's a neat idea, but it's kind of broken. I mean, it's a weird format where, like, you'll have a card like whatever his name is, the blockade dude, and suddenly he's unplayable because there is no such thing as jetpack, and so he just sits there and he's a dead card. And so it's kind of a weird format in that regard, where you actually have dead cards. It's clearly not a format that was made to be a real format, if you know what I mean. Like it's a format that is artificial, which is fine. I'm not sure it actually works as a format. Like, I know I wouldn't play it if they just were like, all right, this is the new format, is this draft. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's neat. I mean, I'm sure some people love it, but I don't. So I'd die probably to Flamelance. I mean, if he can't finish me, I have a really good board presence, especially since I get to follow it up with another Marauder into a Field Marshal. I'm going to have a really powerful board, but probably he's going to be able to take me out here. Oh, you just got a Simulacrum? I really would like to have a Simulacrum. I like that. The problem is he's got multiple turns to find this Flamelance and win. So we'll see how long it takes him to find it. Alright, didn't find it there, which is good. Oh my, this is really good for me. Oh. Actually, I was thinking he was going to be buffed to where he would actually kill the Drake. That is a problem. I can't actually kill the Drake. Does he only do 3? It is 5. But it is 2 other guys. I think I'm going to have to blow up the Failing Squadron pre-combat just so that the Drake doesn't beat me. Sort of looking for other alternatives, but I can only get him to 12. He buffs others. He doesn't buff himself. God, that is the worst. And I can't blow up the Night Gaunt or I die. It actually has to be the Phalanx. Arg. That's just the worst. Blah. Alright. I don't have a choice. I'm still... I mean, it doesn't really change things. I either win or I lose. No Flame Lance. Oh, he didn't get... Wow, that's a really dumb play on his part. Oh, unless he's now going to Flame Lance me. Nope. He just resigned. See, he could have lived another turn just by blocking me. He must have forgotten that he had the Flame Lance in his deck as a win condition. Interesting, because I think he could have lived one more turn to try to see the Flame Lance. Maybe not. Maybe he could not have. Yep. I either win or I lose. That's my sophisticated analysis of this one. I agree. I have very sophisticated analysis. Thank you for noticing. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think you're right. I was thinking he was going to be able to live, but looked like he probably was not going to be able to. He's got a strategist. That's pretty good. I will see your strategist, and I will raise you an Ebon Skull Knight. Yeah, good game, Aphex. Looked like you had me there for a little bit. Yeah, I was terrified you were going to pull a Flame Lance and stick it to me with that. I was very, very happy when you did not. Ooh, what do I do here? I could do crazy things like Spirit Leash and Ebon Skull, make that Marauder bigger. He'd be an 11. He would take 6. He would live through the Shambler madness then. I just don't really think that's worth it. I mean, the other guys I'm putting out aren't that great, but the Ebon Skull does get buffed. That guy is pretty reasonable if I can find a... In fact, that was just foolish. I should have put him in for... That was just a bad play. I gave up a guy, which is really big in this matchup. Not sure why I didn't even look at it. I just threw him down. Yeah, I was very worried. I thought you definitely had me. That was such a big blunder too. I could have one more 5/3 on the board. Bad play. Guess I will do that and that. That's 2 strategists he's got. So he's got a pretty darn good deck. No way around that. For my heroics, they offered me Sigmund Fraud and a Sap and an Overwhelming Force. I guess I did get 2 Ebon Skulls, so that's pretty good. But I love Strategist. He's the man. Interesting. So I am going to have multiple guys again. I can go Phantasm, Oh, he ranked up. Balls. Well, does he do 3? Yeah, so I guess I'll just say right back at you then. Yeah, wow, he levels so badly. Thought the Ether Guard leveled badly. He makes the Ether Guard look like a champ. Alright. Well, we'll see if they're unbeatable in this format. Because he's got them. Boom. And Field Marshal 2. Oh, yeah. Three Race and 5 Shamblers. That's pretty good. Alright. That's not so bad, even if I can't eat that guy. The question is, do I play Ebon Skull Knight or I just play like the Phantasm? 14, 17. I think I'll just play the Phantasm. I'll play him over here. Field Marshal. And there we go. It's looking alright right now. See what he can pull. It's pretty good. Ebon Skull and 2 Enforcer. Enforcer level 2 is not that great. Yeah, I'm actually not having a lot of fun with it. I just like 4-0s. Not really. I just don't like the rank up mechanic. I feel like in order to use it, everything has to go just right. I just feel like that doesn't happen all that often. I don't like relying on the old just right scenario. I'm just not a fan of having to rely on that. So I just generally I don't like rank up mechanic cards. Okay. So we're going to do some trading. The group meal seemed kind of weird. So instead of playing a card, I played group meal there to make my guys slightly less effective. I don't really think I understand that. I'll play the Shambler. Yeah, I like the Metamind one better. I mean, in this draft format, the Metamind one is kind of insane because he's hard to kill. He generally hangs around, and he creates completely imbalanced scenarios. So from that perspective, he's really good. But again, he's a rank up card, and see, like, this is a mistake. I think he should have just traded his strategist for the Overseer. Maybe not. But it does give me the opportunity to do something, and I think I'm going to take it. I think I'm going to Steel Graft, just to get the 2 more cards. Because it's so strong having that. I mean, this could be a bad play, but Just having him live to be able to get a bunch of cards is kind of crazy. So now I have 2 level 3s instead of only 1 level 3. I don't know. I mean, is he better than Gox, who gives you a card every turn? Or unless you're saying in addition, then maybe, yeah. That's a big old Ether Guard. This feels kind of reasonable. Boom. That Overseer is a beast. Alright. I'm not going to be able to do 12 to him. I don't think I care since I have the win on the board. I don't understand why people don't resign with the win on the board. But since he's not going to, we'll have some fun and go Ether Guard, Spirit Leash him. There. That looks good. Gox doesn't go in every Alolan deck. I don't know. I'm not sure what the answer to that is. I mean, I like Gox a lot because I like being able to have a card every turn. But you're definitely right. If he can hang around for the rank up, he's pretty darn good. I have 3 Agamemnons. I have no idea how to make that dude work. His stats are really bad. Or not his stats. His attack is really bad. So the question is, are we just using him as a guy whose job is to come in and trade with somebody? Or are we thinking he's supposed to do more than that? And that's what I can't quite determine. If he's supposed to do more than that, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, I streamed a bunch of games with Agamemnon, and I just didn't play him. He just didn't. It was never the right moment to play him. So I'm really not sure what to do with the guy. He definitely feels like he has a place. I just can't quite figure out what his place is. He made an operator a 6/12 right out of the gate. I don't like that. That's going to be hard to handle. Do I play Ether Guard or Phantasm? I guess I'll play the Phantasm. The idea was to use Warmonger and other to buff him for a win condition. Sure, I mean, that's an idea. I mean, that's kind of what I have is Strategist, Battletech. But if you're running Strategist and Battletech, you can't just run Agamemnon. You have to run other good cards. And then when you draw the other good cards, it just inevitably seemed like the other good cards were the right cards to play. That was sort of the problem I was having with it. That never quite seemed like, oh, here's where I should play Agamemnon. It was always, oh, Here's where I should not play Agamemnon. I mean, to the point where everyone watching the stream was mocking me and saying, is this an Agamemnon deck? Or just a random AU deck with good cards in it? Or not AU, a random AT deck with good cards in it. So, I don't know. I think there is going to be a deck that is great with Agamemnon. I also think if Agamemnon was a Loyan, he would see a lot of play just as a really good blocker. But in Tempe's, I don't know. I hesitate to say that I think he's actually going to be playable. I'm kind of worried he's not going to be all that playable. Alright, so I'm somewhat tempted here to just Spirit Leash that Ebon Skull Knight onto a Night Gaunt. But the problem is, we're going into 2.1. I think I would rather just play a Night Gaunt and play a Marauder. And go that route. And get them both leveled. He might be a guy you have to play as a long-term investment. Yeah, I really don't know what to do with him. I mean, I'll try him because I have 3. He's the only guy I have 3 of. And yeah, I feel like either Tempe's is an aggro deck or Tempe's is like an NT control deck. I just don't feel like he fits all that great in either of those decks. That's my concern with him. Why do you have to be... Wait, he's a level 1? He's a 9/10 as a level 1. What did he do here? Did he roar? Yeah, he couldn't have roared. Roar doesn't exist. Twin strength, huh? Interesting. I guess I probably just leave him alone then. And just kill him, the Phantasm, and Ether Guard? I don't know. Maybe I should have Tower Scouted in 4, actually. There we go. That's why I didn't handle him. I figured I was going to draw something that could handle him. We're on player level 2. 10 isn't that outrageous with my deck. What? Shard Thief Druid. Come on, man. Alright. So take him out. And then I will go ahead and Phantasm over here. Yeah, he could be a bomb and a Stasis Warden deck. That's true. I don't know. I feel like I said, I feel like there's going to be a spot for him. I don't think we have it yet. I think someone will do something cool, though, which will be fun. We've got a lot of creative people out there. I think someone will be able to come up with something. I'm kind of tempted to Spirit Leash onto the Ebon Skull Knight to keep him alive. I think I'm going to, because he does so much damage. He'll trade with anything he puts in front of it. And leveling one of these other cards isn't that great. Leveling Spirit Leash can actually win a game. A 19-2. Ooh, I get to go Marauder into Phalanx. Oh, I like it. No, that is the Lotus. Simulacrum is the guy that when you put him in the middle lane, he makes a copy of himself, and he has mobility. So you can drop him in the middle of the lane, move him back to the middle lane, or move his copy back to the middle lane. And in theory, on level 3, you might be able to get something like infinite copies of him. I don't think that would actually happen, but that's kind of a cool idea. Alright. That's a scary looking Marauder. Again, if this was like 2.1, that would be nearly ball game. Since it's 3.1, it's just sort of, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'm kind of happy to have that. I don't really want to Spirit Leash either of these guys, but maybe he'll set me up in a spot where Spirit Leash works really well. Because I could make him a 15. Oh man, that's really tempting. Which I think I will. Because I can do the damage to that guy. Spirit Leash. And then put the... Oh, I can't put the Marauder in front of him after the Spirit Leash because I don't have another Necrim card. That's too bad. Definitely changes things. Again, though, a 9/10 on play level 3, I don't think I have to be that fearful of that. And at that point, if she's going to kill him anyway. I don't think I want a Spirit Leash, in fact. I think I just want to put out some good cards and be done with it. Alright. Haven't had that much luck with Lotus. Yeah, Lotus was one of those cards where when I first started playing it, I was like, oh wow, this card is really, really strong. It's going to be defining the meta. Everyone's going to be playing Justicards to handle it. And as I played it more and more, I realized it's not nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. Like, it's pretty good, but it's not as good as I had originally thought. Oh, that was a good play. I don't just get to eat him. Yeah, I was going to say, if he's smart, he moves him over. Kind of forces my hand into maybe going Field Marshal, which I was not planning on doing. But if I play the Field Marshal, it lets the Marauder live, and it levels a Field Marshal. So I'm gonna do that. Playing the Phantasm here is just basically playing him for his 14-17, which is fine. But I think I like this better. I have one more guy on the board now. And that Ebon Skull is pretty frightening looking. Yeah, he stole my regen. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Omen. Unless you can do... Like, I built a deck that's way more all-in on that combo. And so I did crazy things like... I did things like... Tarsus Deathweaver, Roar, Group Meal, stuff like that. I think I'm just going to Spirit Leash the Corpulent Shambler to let that Ebon Skull live yet one more turn. Yeah, Lotus is a way more reliable hunting pack. But if you can play it with, say, Tarsus Deathweaver and Varna's Pax, it can have some impact. But it doesn't have quite the overwhelming impact I thought it was going to have at first. And like someone already said, it's really not completely brutal unless you're getting crushed. If it's a pretty even game, then it's not doing that much. You're usually getting 2 of them, and it's kind of restricted. Usually what happens is you put it in front of a guy that you don't want to put it in front of because it just dies and gets eaten, and then you get a copy of it. And so it's really good on level 1 and becomes substantially worse as the levels move on. It's kind of tempting just to play Ebon Skull because he's so good knowing he's going to go away, but I have such a big lead that I just want to push it through. Yeah, if it didn't level so badly, it'd be amazing. It's a really well-designed card, I think, because if it didn't level badly, it would probably be a completely meta-defining card. The fact that it does level badly just kind of means it's a pretty good card. Alright, I think that should win. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. Yep, that's another thing. You can use it in a deck that's sort of looking to stall. So another deck I was thinking about making was a Krogus deck with it, where I was just trying to fill all the lanes repeatedly. I had another deck where I was using it with can't remember the name of the card, the Tempe's card that says however many guys you have in lanes, it does that much damage to everybody. And so I was thinking I could do that. But like you guys have been saying, you have to be getting slaughtered to make it actually work for you, which really isn't what you want to do. Okay, who do I play here? I'm going to play the Phantasm. Yeah, Pyre Song, thank you. So I was thinking about doing that. Alright. That certainly works. So we've got Gloom Fiends. I don't advantage him. It's going to be frustrating, actually. I'm going to play another Ether Guard right there. Pack 7, Razortooth versus Warlord. I don't know what that means. I mean, it depends on the rest of your deck. Warlord's good, of course. I really like that Razortooth guy, though. He's real good. Do I double Ebon Skull here? That is kind of a tough call. Because he can just ignore them and then my whole board goes away. But they're so strong that it kills the Shambler, and then I can pretty reliably kill that Nikon unless he can Spirit Leash. Yeah, I agree. Warlord in a vacuum for sure. No Yetis yet. Yeah. I guess another question, is this a Phantom draft or not? See, I don't think I would have blocked there. That feels like a mistake to me. He all he has to do is take 8 and he goes away, and then he has a board presence. Instead, he gives up his entire board presence for pretty much nothing. I'm going to play the Techno Gnome here. I don't have pressure anyway. Might as well have it. So, yeah, I think that was probably a mistake. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Now everyone's piling on. Yeah, I'd have to agree. It was definitely a mistake. I think... Oh, man. I'm really tempted to Spirit Leash and Ether Guard. Having a 13-12 with armor 2 this early, I think that's going to be really strong. And I obviously don't care if the Techno Gnome hits me a bunch of times for 3. I mean, he does have a Gloom Fiend leveled, so that's kind of annoying, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. I agree. It does seem like I must be playing a newer guy, but the dude is playing in the 3-0 bracket, so maybe he just has a busted deck. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to Ghastly Renewal here and just see if this Ether Guard can win the game. We'll have to see what he does. But depending on what he does, there is a chance I do that. Though, now that I think about it, is this the game? See, all the games are running together. Is this the one where he played the guy that steals? So he's played a Corpulent Shambler, a Gloom Fiend. He played the Night Gaunt, and a Techno Gnome, and then a Glider, and something And then a Geist and a Techno Gnome. Wow, he's played a lot of Techno Gnomes. Tough choice. I don't think... I guess I can't really play the Marauder. The Marauder will just die. I could play the Phantasm in 1, and then the Phantasm in 3, and that's probably the right play. It's tempting, though. It's very tempting to put Renewal. If he had blocked him, it would have been more tempting. But if he's not even going to block him, then I'm a lot less tempted to do that. Just put guys out. Guys are good. Yeah, Shard Thief was last game. Alright, so if you want to join me in Realm of the Mad God, let me know. I think that's what we're going to do next. Pretty darn fun, actually. I may let you guys vote today. See what you want me to do next. I'm just gonna... I hate empty laning him, and in fact that was an error. I sort of shortcutted that. I guess it doesn't matter because I get all the health back. So it actually wasn't an error. And that's the reason I had done just the shortcut, just toss it down. I love Realm of the Mad God. Absolutely love that game. It is so fun. I realize it's a Legend of Zelda clone, and that's why I like it. I love the Legend of Zelda. Okay. Yeah, this guy does not seem like he's very good. I like that about him. Now, he could get a crazy 3.1 and make a comeback, but I don't know. Oh, was that you who suggested it? Thanks, man. I knew it was one of you guys, and I couldn't remember who it was. I've been wanting to give credit, but I haven't been able to remember. So thanks for telling me, man. Yeah, I really have been having a blast with it. It's the most fun I've had with a game in quite a long time, actually. Or do I get daring and put a Night Gauntlet in front of the Glider? You know what? I'm not going to. I'm not even going to bother with him at all. I'm just going to take the damage and move on. Yeah, wow. This guy's really dead. He needs an astounding player level 3 to have any shot at this. Oh, it's a straight up browser game. I could kind of see that. Yeah, I'll definitely be going back to SoulForge when I'm done. Just going to take like a quick hour break and come back to SoulForge. I've been doing that to try to get people to try to expand both my own audience and the SoulForge audience, the SoulForge community as a whole. Alright, he's not coming back from this. No way, no how. You have a pot I can trade you if you help me upgrade your wizard gear. I might be able to do that. Alright, 4-0, here we go.